when I got together, Patrick wanted somebody to have the bookies for the kids. And I said I wanted to do it. And so I started going for material. I was looking at vacation bottles for material, and nothing was clicking. And so I couldn't find any material, so I decided, okay, I'm going to pray about it, see what God would say. And so I prayed about it. I think a week before we left, God said, I want you to talk about the life of Moses. And so I started reading Exodus, and I basically memorized the life of Moses, so that way we could do a skit, and we had an interpreter come down to interpret for us. But while I was studying the life of Moses, God spoke to me. He said to me, I want you to fast for 3 days, and I want you to fast on behalf of Haiti. And God was saying that He wanted to turn. This is what He's saying. I want to turn this a nation, a country from following after Satan to give back to God. And so then, one of our next meetings at Patrick's house, Patrick had said that he thought that God had said that we should fast for 3 days. That God wanted us, our group, to fast for 3 days. And I'm like, wait a minute. God had shared that with me just a few days earlier. And then on top of it, that He had also shared with us, the ambassador from Haiti had asked the country to fast for 3 days. So obviously, God was speaking to our hearts, because He wasn't just saying it to my heart. He said to Patrick's heart, He said to the ambassador's heart. So that God is definitely moving in Haiti. Well, anyway, when we got down there, the first night, it dawned on me that we had 40 kids that we just had devotions with. They all took off, went into a room, pulled out a mat, and went to sleep. And the second night came, and I was home not to avoid Ashley and I support. His name is James. He's 6 years old. And I decided to take him and just go lay him down. And I kissed him, and I said, I love you. Next thing I know is this little boy's looking at me. And these eyes are just looking at me, and I'm like, do you want a hug too? And he said, yeah. So I gave him a hug and a kiss. Next thing I know is all these boys were coming up towards me. And it dawned on me, these kids are going to bed every night. They got a mom or a dad. And then it dawned on me, some of the boys were sitting in the background, but they were watching. And I looked at them, I said, I said, I want every boy up here right now. And so I see some boys hesitating in the back, and I said, you're not getting away with it. You're coming to give me a hug and a kiss. And so they did. A couple of them came 2 or 3 times. I think started everything, because then I was supposed to have devotions with our group that night, and Patrick said something, did God lay anything on your heart? And I said, yeah, God broke my heart tonight. And then I told our group, I said, tomorrow night I don't want one of those kids to go into bed without somebody tucking him in or saying I love you to him and give him a kiss. And so our group decided to do that we were going to tuck him in, because I don't know when the last time these kids were tucked in. And so then we had a group from Patrick's brother came in, and they came in with 17 guys from this camp. And Patrick had shared the same thing with them, and all these guys, they were at a camp. The next stage they were at, they were going to go to prison. So we're working with a group of guys. He's a group of kids, but each one of these guys were in charge of a little boy as well, okay? And so now these men are in charge of tucking in a boy, okay? And so I think that really spoke to their hearts. And these men are actually now, they're crying, because here, God is even speaking to these men's heart, just how, and it's amazing because, here we're going to show love to these children, but yeah, actually, they're showing love to us. And here, how can you go to a country who has absolutely nothing? And as you can see on those slides, those kids have nothing. Okay, and I had two in my bag. Actually, I was throwing bags in for things in my bag for James to give him something every day, but it ended up changing. Like I had a color book in my bag to give to James, but I took the color book out, and I thought, I can't just give this to James. So we tore these books out, these pages out, and all these kids come into color. Okay, the next day I had a couple of jump ropes, so at least 3 kids could come. And at first I was going to give one to James and one to the girls, but I thought, I can't do that. So we opened them up, and we just had the kids jump rope. But here, like Ashley was saying, or somebody was saying, you know, no matter what we were doing, these kids were coming to us and they wanted to do us. Which is, I mean, we were painting in the pastor's house for 12 hours, but you know what? We had this one boy who literally held his hands up with the paint like this. For me, I could hold it probably maybe 20 seconds like this, and then my arms would get tired and I wouldn't want to do it. But this little boy held his arms up like this until we were done doing the top part of the wall. And I'll tell you, he could have stood there for 20 minutes and it didn't even bother him because, you know what, he wanted to be there, he wanted to help you. And that's the way those kids are here. I mean, they just want to help you. I mean, I think we need to bring a few of them home to our house.
Some guys doing all the helping animals.
But it's amazing how God could use, you know, somebody who don't speak our language, you know, somebody that really we don't have too much in common with. I mean, we have wealth, they don't. But yeah, how God just brings us together, and how God just causes, you know, us to be able to see the love that He would have for us, and the love that He just wants us to pour out onto these children. And one day we did a presentation. We did do the life of Moses, and we had the kids act out the skit, and we had Patrick be a lamb. But I think the kids, they enjoyed that very much as well, and God just put everything together.